Welcome to the Rick. Reality or illusion? Okay, reality it is.
My goddesses, how y'all coming?
My goddess.
That's how I know I'm went above and beyond with my preparation.
How y'all boys coming? But look, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to the Record where we talk about how your thoughts create your reality and how this is your world. But look, today we're finna be talking about telepathic communication. Now hold on, let me get into it. First we gotta get into it's a lot of things that we naturally do that if we really thought about it, it would seem supernatural to us, but it's naturally already there. It's about increasing what's already there. Just like how I say, we never are touching the ground. My feet are not touching the ground right now. I'm not actually sitting in this chair. You know what I'm saying? But that can be increased, and what they would call that levitate. But we already levitating, so we already increasing what's already there. Same time with telepathic communication. That's naturally how we communicate. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to use words, because like I say, words are spells. But there's nothing wrong with speaking, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, most of the time, you don't have to always say nothing to know something. Even when I be receiving or when you get downloads, whatever you want to call it, it don't even have to come in the form of words, but it's like when you tap in deep with yourself, you can decide whether it should come in an English word or not. It could just be unknown. Or it'll be, say, it's something you finna do, and you get a download. It can either come in the form of, yeah, that we're gonna say that's the knowing, or you can be like, you gotta do this. But you could just tap into whichever. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with telepathic communication. If you want to talk to somebody, you don't have to literally straight up talk to them. Or if you want something. Same thing with the dog. I can just look at the dog and see what the dog want. The dog, say the dog want to get out the room, right? And I got headphones on while I'm meditating. The dog will look at me, and I would know what the dog want automatically just by looking at the dog. Or I remember one time I was just meditating, the dog brushed up against me. I'm telling you, I'm just sitting there, I'm just tapping in. I know the dog want to get out the room, but it's like I'm just in the moment right now. But the dog brushed up against me, and I just got that sensation of she wanted to get out the room. But then I responded with, like, because it's like I say, everything's frequency and vibration. So just being in that moment, just sending off that strong intent of still in unconditional love now, that door is going to open once I'm done meditating. Dog sat right there and literally just waited till I was done meditating. I'm going to be completely real. The dog sat right there until I was done meditating. Cause at this point, it's like dogs can tell, everything can tell patterns and has patterns and stuff. But it's like with us, it's like we just all over the place. Like, I'm gonna be completely real. You know what I'm saying? But look, at that point, the dog knew my patterns. Around in the horizon, I'm here tapping in. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna open that door. You chose to come in the room. You gonna stay here until I'm done meditating. But for real, let me get into it. When you are telepathic communication, it's not really telepathic. It's just you sending this intention, and they can receive it. Cause like I say, the brain is a receiver. It's just like using a phone, right? It sends rays and frequencies across different areas, just like Wi-Fi. All of these things, think about this. We are the original. Like, all of these things, everything arises from something. You get what I'm saying? There is nothing new under the sun. For these things to even come to something, it had to be something before. Everything is a mere copy or a mere speck of something that it derived from. Most things derived from us. The telepathic communication, we can do that. We already naturally do that. You look at somebody, you already know what they finna say. Know what I'm saying? And how you can telepathically communicate with somebody is you gotta tap in with yourself to recognize your energetic signature. We passed that. You tapped in with yourself and you know, right? Okay. You gotta, now that you can recognize yours, you can recognize the ones that's closest to you. The other signatures. Then you can even go farther to being able to, because everything is connected. Once you can recognize this signature, you can, just say you picture in your head, I'm having a conversation with this person. This is what I want to tell them. And you actually see it. Feel you being in that moment. Feel yourself being in that moment. This is what I want to tell them. Send their attention strong, like you already done. Trust me, it's like you sending this to their field. Cause we all have our own field. Know what I'm saying? You sending it to their field. And it's up to them to accept it or not. But if they're not even aware of it, it's just gonna come through and they can still do it what they do. And they probably get annoying, probably call you, something like that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But to really, really tap in with it, you gotta tap in with yourself. But first, love. You gotta love yourself. You already know we're gonna get on that love. Second, authenticity. You gotta stay true to yourself. You know you actually can do this. You doing it. We already naturally do a lot of things. It's more about expanding what we already can do. And third, elevate you. How to keep going. But you know I'm be coming in with a lot of more videos. Give you that push to empower yourself. Really take back your power. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications.